Another Saturday night of 410 sprint car racing here at Lincoln Speedway. Right now we're visiting with Timmy Glatfelter next to this good-looking race car in honor of the National Fallen Firefighters Night, as we honor the firefighters who have lost their lives, and especially Brandon Little. Actually, Brandon, I'm looking at his house right now, just behind the racetrack. But unfortunately, he lost his life, and this is the 10th anniversary as we honor Brandon Little. And Timmy, first of all, good-looking car. Great to have you as part of the program here tonight.
Yeah, it's an honor to be able to do this for Keith Little and Brandon Little and all the fallen firefighters. We were asked a couple weeks ago if we paint scheme for them, and I would love to do it. We weren't sure if it was going to work best for our team. With my uncle let us my car an hour away, and we only have one body. And so I told him I would love to do it. I just wasn't sure if it was going to work. And about 2 weeks ago, he stopped over at our car and said, "Hey," he's like, "I got a proposition for you." He said, "I have a body and a wing off of a car that we're not sure is going to be running." He's like, "I know you wanted to do it, but it wasn't going to work out the best." He said, "If we give you the body and the wing, would you run it for the evening and stuff?" And I was like, "Yeah, sure." So it was an awesome way to be able to honor them and do that for them. So we got the body on this week, and then we were out at the party this morning and got to spend some time with the Little family. And Keith came over and thanked us, and I thank them for everything they do. They put up the extra money for this event, and of course we all love that. And it's just a nice deal to honor all the fallen firefighters.
You mentioned the party out in the parking lot area this afternoon. They really went overboard this year. I mean, apparently it's going to be the final year, the final event in honor of Brandon and the rest of the fallen firefighters. But they just took it over the top this year.
Yeah, they did a nice job. There was a lot of cars out there, a lot of fans. The track promoted it some this year, and I think that helped. And just a lot of people out there. You got to meet new people. A couple kids sat in my car, which is cool because when I was their age, I'd love to do that. And just spend some time with your family and stuff before we go racing, and just meet the other guys. And a couple people came up. The family member of this gentleman here who passed away, he came up and they thanked us for running a sticker for their son, and so that was cool. And just nice to meet different people.
This means a lot to everybody, especially I think within the last year and a half or so with COVID. First responders was on the tip of everybody's tongue. We can't thank them enough. Whether they're firemen, people do this weekend or just say day in, day out. Some are volunteers, some of course are paid, but it's a tremendous job that they do for us.
Yeah, it is. Like the guys that work here every night and keep us safe and come out to our cars after we wreck. And they're always good people, and of course, like that's the last people we want to see. I like talking to them before the races. I became friends with some of the guys over the years, and we don't want to see them on the track, but I mean they're there and they do whatever they can to keep us safe and try to make us feel better or whatever, and make sure we are safe. Because of course we're always like, "Oh, we're fine," but they always want to make sure for us that.
Like drivers doing now, huh?
Yeah, right. I don't know if I'm right now, so I definitely don't know after I crash. So, but they do a great job, and it's just nice to honor all the fallen firefighters and all the guys that do it every day.
Let's talk a little bit about your racing career. How did you get started? And how did you get started? How did you get to where you are right now?
I got to where I am today from my mom and dad mostly. They supported me since the day we got into racing. My dad was always into sprint car racing, and we went to a race car show when I was 4 years old, and I sat in a quarter midget, kind of like the kids out there were sitting in my car, and they said, "When you're 5, your dad can buy you a race car." So when the day I turned 5, I kept saying, "Dad, that guy told me when I was 5 I could buy a race car." So
mark that on the calendar.
Yeah, it didn't take long, and my dad got us a race car, and we went racing, and then we did it as a family forever. My mom, my sister, my dad, and now it grew into my wife and daughters and everything. But so we started in quarter midgets, and we did that for 10 years, and then 9 or 10 years, and then we went into 600 micros, and then ran that for 4 years, and then we got a deal to run a 410 on select shows, and then did that for a year or two, and then we bought our own car, and now we've just been I drove for other people here and there, but we've been doing a family-owned car, and we enjoy it a lot, and we keep it as not a job.
Right.
Have fun doing it, and my whole family comes, and we do it as a team, and we enjoy it, and so it's a lot of fun. We run as hard as we can, but we also do it to enjoy it.
Absolutely. You can tell that by the guys in the crew working in the car. everybody's happy to be here. They're happy to be a part of this. And as long as you can make it fun, it's too much work not to have fun.
Yeah, it is a lot of work. They do all the work. The guys who help me, Justin, Smoke, Josh, my nephew, the guy Troy, the guys that come every week and work on the car. But then even like the wives of all of us, they come and they put in all the they make the food, but they also like let us put all the time and effort into this. And but my guys do a great job. My car's always good. I mean, maybe not always setup wise, or maybe I'm not driving good enough, but as far as safety and way, my car's never falling apart. I feel good to get in it every week. They do a very good job there, and like you said, we all try to have fun. And we all, it's like anything we get. There's some nights where you get discouraged or mad at one another, but we're always friends. By the time we get to the car wash, we're all laughing and having fun again, and that's what we want to make sure we keep doing.
That's another part of it that people I don't think realize. Once the races are over, everybody gets their picks their cooler up and heads to the parking lot. They go home. You guys aren't going home.
Yeah.
Your job still is going on.
Yeah, we go to the car wash as soon as the races are over, and then we take the car back and we unload it, and we take all the wheels and tires off and run the motor maintenance and just get it prepared for next week as much as we can. And we usually hang out in the shop and all talk for an hour after the races, so we usually don't go home till 1 or 2 a.m. But it's an enjoyable experience. Just what we do it every week, and my nephew's been running a few races, so we do it on Fridays now, and then we do it on Saturdays, but it's just what we did forever, so it's kind of a way of life.
Well, you mentioned your nephew. Of course, Cameron's excited to be a part of this sport, and he's doing very well.
Yeah, he started running a quarter midget a few years back. I got him one when I stopped driving for John, who helped me out a lot over the years. We ran our own car, and we could only really run one night a week, so I figured he wanted to race so bad. And before my dad passed away, we got a quarter midget. We started doing a little quarter midget racing, and then he loved it. So then we did that for 2.5 years, and then he wanted to go faster, of course. So then we got a 270, and he ran 2 years in the micro. And then it just works out for us a lot better to have 2 sprint cars. He can run my old tires and my car from last year is what he's using. So we put a 358 together for him this year, and he's been running a few races over at Trailways, and he's doing good to start out. So I might be getting kicked out of this thing
well,
soon.
I was going to bring that up. I noticed a lot of times he's hanging out here. I haven't seen him with a helmet on yet, but he's a fun kid, and he's excited, and that's what it's about. You know, he's ready to get into this. I don't know if he's going to kick you out, but he's ready to take over. I can tell you that. He's excited.
We were out there talking tonight, and someone said something to him about running this. He said, "My equipment bag's in there, so he's prepared. If I give him the okay, he'll take over. But he needs to get a few more laps in this 358. But he's doing a good job, and when he's ready, I'll let him take over. He's a little bit more. He runs a little harder. He's a 15-year-old kid. You know what I mean? He don't have anything to lose, so he does a good job. But I got to make sure I can afford it before he starts putting it in the fence a few times.
You mentioned the fact that it's a family affair with your team, and you brought up the fact that your father passing away. That had to be so difficult. You and Dad were like, bread and butter here all the time, working together, racing together.
Yeah, he was, I didn't go till the day he passed away, he didn't miss a race. He passed away on a Saturday, we were supposed to race here, and he was at the races that Saturday before, so he didn't miss one of my races. I never went to the races without him, so it was tough, but we're a close family, so that helps, and we all wanted to keep racing because that's what we do, so we just kept doing it. And but without my dad, I wouldn't be anywhere. He worked all the hours to be able to afford to do this because it's just so expensive. And he gave me everything I ever needed to be competitive and stuff. So it's kind of like racing for him still, but we just keep racing because that's what we do, you know what I mean?
Well, there's many memories that go to the track each week with this car, I'm sure, of you and Dad and the rest of the gang. But like you say, you're racing for him, and it wouldn't be for Dad, you wouldn't be here. It wouldn't be for you. I guess Cameron wouldn't be racing. So that family tradition, it continues on.
Yeah, that's kind of cool. He's been like my brother since he was a day old. So he's been living with my mom and dad. So my dad was kind of like his dad. And then when he passed away, I kind of try to be like a dad to him. Now we're kind of like friends too. So it kind of works out good. But at the races, I'm more like his dad. You know what I mean? And needs the guidance, you know, so I do that for
Like
him.
you said,
But then we get along.
15 years old, he's ready to go.
Yeah,
Well,
but we
all
get
need a
along very
guide.
well. So we have a lot of fun, and then my daughter, who's 4, she wants to race quarter midget. So when she turns 5, I'm going to try to let her get into the quarter midget racing, and then I might let my nephew take over for racing of this, and I might step back just a little bit. But for now, we want to see if we can get rolling a little better here. We've had some good runs from time to time, but we've been struggling. So we're hoping for a good night tonight to see if we can run up front.
Oh, certainly wish you the best for sure.
Yeah,
One more
thank you.
question before we go. How did you come up with the number 69?
I was a Donnie Kreitz fan.
Okay,
Yeah, so, and that's how I got the blue and orange.
Right.
But yeah, when I was like 2 or 3 years old, Donnie used to run here on a weekly basis, and he would bring 2 dogs out on the track. And I was a 3-year-old kid, and I thought it was cool that he brought his dog. When he would win, he'd bring his dogs out on the track. And I became a Donnie Kreitz fan as a kid, and that's how I picked 69. And then my first quarter midget for 69, and then that's just what we were forever after that. But yeah, it's pretty cool because then I race with him several years later. And he probably doesn't know that, or a lot of people don't, but it's like a childhood for you, like as a child, and then you race with him. That was pretty cool.
Well, that's the neat thing about this sport. It just continues on and continues on, the generation after generation. And you have an opportunity to race with and against your heroes, your childhood heroes. And now Cameron's going to be doing the same thing here in his mind very, very soon.
Yeah, right. Yeah. I mean, he already is at a 358. There's good drivers that ran 410s that run at trailways or even here. There's good drivers that run 410. Plenty of 410 races that are run 358. So there's good drivers in that division too, for sure. And so he's already getting to race against guys that were racing before I was even born, way before he was ever born. So that's pretty cool, and just something different. You know?
There's not many sports that you can have that big of an age difference,
right?
An age gap, and still right.
And
that's what really makes it special. But,
yeah, it does.
Again, it's a very special night tonight with the National Fallen Firefighters Night. Of course, again in honor of Brandon Little, or in memory of Brandon Little. A very special night. Hopefully it's a special night for you guys as well.
I hope so.
Every night the racetrack go is special.
Yeah, we have a lot of fun.
You're with your family, your friends, and that's what makes it special.
Yep.
Jimmy, thanks for the time. We wish you the best tonight.
Yeah, thanks, John.
All right.
Thank you, guys.
Jimmy Glatfelter, ready to go in tonight's National Fallen Firefighters Memorial for Brandon Little. Looking for good things in the number 69 car here tonight.